Welcome investors! In today's video I'll answer the question why Intel is a safe investment and why Intel as a company is destined for success. If you are interested, keep watching, and if you like the video, please hit the button up and subscribe to the channel. Okay, so I want to elaborate today on 3 points. Point number 1, there are only a handful of companies which are manufacturing computer chips. Point number 2, Intel is currently paying 4% dividend yield. Let's take a look at the past times what it meant for Intel returns when they pay 4% dividend yield and more. And point number 3, geopolitical situation in the world currently favors Intel. So point number 1, let's take a look at the 5 biggest by revenue companies manufacturing computer semiconductors. So the biggest one is Intel. Revenue $73 billion, market cap $147 billion. Second is Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company, revenue $61 billion, market cap $446 billion. Third is a Qualcomm, revenue $42 billion, market cap $165 billion. Fourth is a Micron Technology, revenue $32 billion, market cap $215 billion. And number 5th is Nvidia, revenue $29.5 billion, market cap $463 billion. Of course, there are more companies which manufacture computer chips, but for the simplicity purpose, let's just focus on the biggest 5 which are the most stable and the most secure investments from all the rest of the manufacturers because of their size of those companies. If you look at the charts of all those 5 companies for the past year, they all are down because of the supply chain interruption, COVID, and the war in Ukraine starting February 2022. Let's take a look at the Intel. For past year, Intel is 41% down. Let's take a look at the Taiwanese Semiconductor Company, and Taiwanese semiconductor manufacturing for past year is 35% down. Now let's take a look at the Qualcomm. And Qualcomm is 10% down for past year. Let's take a look at the Micron. Micron is 23% down for past year. And let's take a look at Nvidia. Nvidia is almost 40% down during past year. So as you see, all those big companies for past year are down. Buying any company from this list would be a good investment, no matter which one, because all of them are big established companies, and their product will be in the huge demand in the near and farther future. And of course, some of them are doing better right now, for example, TSM and Nvidia, and some of them are doing worse, like Intel. But overall, no matter which one you pick up, they are safe investments for the long-term future. You might argue that Intel for past 5 years was doing particularly poorly because of the poor product execution, bad acquisitions, and poor management. But looking from the different perspective, this may be the opportunity to buy the Intel stock at the deep discount right now. So point number 2, Intel is currently paying 4% dividend yield. Let's take a look at the charts for the past 15 years of what happened when Intel was paying 4% dividend yield. It was exactly 6 times when Intel was paying 4% dividend yield. On this table, you can see 6 times when Intel during past 15 years was paying 4% dividend yield and more. So first time was November 12, 2008, and stock price was $13.52. So 1 year return was 55%. 2 years return was 65%. 3 year return was 94%. Second time when Intel was paying 4% dividend yield and more was January 13 in 2009. So stock price was $13 and 1 year return was 62%. 2 year return was 66%. 3 year return was 108%. Third time was October 19, 2012, when stock price was 21%, $21.27, and 1 year return was 17%. 2 year return was 64%, and 3 year return was 76%. Then another time was January 18, 2013, when the stock price was $21 and 1 year return was 30%, 2 year return was 84%, and 3 year return was 55%. Fourth time when Intel was paying 4% dividend yield and more was August 8, 2013, and the stock price was $22, and the 1 year return on the stock was 50%, 2 year return was 40%, and 3 year return was 71%. And the fifth time was October 8, 2013. Stock price was $22 and 1 year return was 57%, 2 year return was 53%, and 3 year return was 86%. So the average returns for Intel 1 year is 45%, 2 year return is 62%, and 3 year return is 82%. So as you can see from this chart, Intel is bouncing back pretty much always when they pay 4% dividend yield and more. And right now we have the situation when the dividend yield is at 4% and over right now. Here you can see on this chart, this color, this orange color is indicating the dividend yield, and the purple one is the price of the stock. So it's pretty good time right now to enter into the Intel stock. And point number 3, geopolitical situation currently favors Intel. So Taiwan is in danger from China. If China decided to go and invade Taiwan, Taiwan Semiconductor Company is going to change ownership. Intel will be the biggest beneficiary of the US government subsidies. The CHIPS and the Science Act passed by the US House on July 28 includes more than $52 billion for companies producing computer chips, as well as billions more in tax credits to encourage investments in chip manufacturing. It also provides tens of billions of dollars to fund scientific research and to spur the innovation and development of other US technologies. So who is going to be the biggest beneficiary of those US government subsidies? Of course, this is going to be the Intel, because the US based company. In the end, I would like to show you my Intel shares, how they are doing currently. So recently Vanguard updated the look at the account and they put the new graphic design. There are some new elements, so let's take a look how the Intel shares are doing right now. My Intel shares, as we speak right now, I own 2038 Intel shares, and as we speak right now, they are down 15%, exactly 15.75%, and total loss of capital is $11,894.62. And Here you can see I started buying Intel in April 29, and then all the way through August. August was the last day when I bought the Intel shares for $35.52. And this September 1st, you can see here, that's the dividends. So I got $735.38 in dividends, as the market value is $728.05, and the dividends are down 1%, which is $7.33. So everything is completely red, but I'm not worried about this because, like I said before, Intel is a company which is destined for success. Plus, like I said, Intel is paying right now over 4% dividends, and from the table mentioned before, that usually indicates that Intel is going to bounce back. What do you think about Intel? Your opinion really matters to me, and it's very important. Please write the comment below. What do you think? Is the Intel a good investment or it is a bad investment? And like always, if you like the video, give me a thumb up, subscribe to the channel, and share the video all over the social media. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your time. Stay healthy and well.